Well, it's been exactly 0 minutes for me since I hit that button, but welcome to the next episode of Derail Valley Let's Play. I'm Slash McCloud. This is a realistic save. We're trying to do things as wholesome as possible. Try not to skip anything, and well, if you watched the last episode, we're still under debt. We're still got quite a bit of debt. So we're going to pull this train to the food factory. 652 train engine tender and everything. We're probably a little over 900, so we're gonna be on our knees going up the hill, especially with it raining, but we're gonna do our best, aren't we? That's what the whistle says, so let's go for it. Why not? Put all the old lights on. I did learn that there's a tape that I can play. I don't think it's going to get copyright. Do it. That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. 9, not 10. There's a French band called Lettuce Crate. Oh yes. Yes. Gary yes. What's this crutch? Felt like that. Anyway. Need some water. Should have plenty of heat in our cylinders. Roll this way back to center. See if we can step on it a little bit. We're gonna need everything we've got to get out of this harbor with our train where it is, and given the fact that it's raining, it's literally pouring, so I think we're going to be on our knees. We're going to do our best. Last time a little bit about using your senses when you're operating, but for that matter I will talk to music so we can hear everything that's going on. Open up our damper, check our fire. Obviously we can't use our sense of smell. That'd be pretty great to be able to use, but tight sound though. You can hear how the engine's working. You could hear if there was any screechings, scrapings from lack of oil and so forth. Don't have that particular problem. Then we'll check our switches. We're in the food factory, of course, so we'll track we're going to be on is probably 6 inbound. The only other thing we're going to have to look out for is steel mill, which is right, left, good. Now we should be fine. Alright. 30 kilometers an hour. We need some fuego. Coal in the hole. Pressure will come up rather quickly. I'll kick my sand on. I'm gonna open this baby up. Don't you worry. That pressure will come right up. I've already got a draft going. That color's gonna light fast. Look at the color in there. I'm gonna roll that wheel back. We're gonna crank this baby. Wide open. Shut the throttle actually. Pressure's almost on the pop now. It would actually probably help us. Now there's the pop to the pressure. To use more bar here, more cutoff, and less throttle. I'm gonna give it what it can get, and then try to help us out. And wasn't very helpful, was it? So it's up to us. Sand's on all the way. Leave the sand on. I'm gonna even go up to 3/4 bar. Try to get less chest pressure. Computer's still interfering, helping here. And I'm still fighting the fire with water. I find that funny. Slash, you're adding coal to a fire that you're already fighting. Yes. Because I know we're going to use it. You have a lot more control to cut off further forward. Frankly. But with it further backward, further towards center, it does hit a little less hard. The friggin' computer just handle the throttle. That was a big old superheat slip. Hey, look at that. It's just eating coal. Doing its best. We should be about in the middle. We should be able to climb this like we normally do. Just need sand. Little interferences here and there from the computer, but we're using our eyes, of course, but we're using our ears to listen to the sound the engine makes. You can hear the speed of the engine pick up as it starts to slip. You can hear it slow down as if it starts to stop slipping, rather. Bring the cutoff forward. Here, the safety is slash, you know, puts too much coal in the engine. Try to watch the chest pressure here. We got plenty of sand to make it all the way up this hill. The sand's wide open, so let's not worry about that too much. It's the only hill we really have to climb. That's pretty good. Now we're starting to accelerate. I'm gonna pull this cutoff clear towards center. Not touching the throttle now. Maybe I can start to wheel out the sand. We have 1 notch. There's 4 notches of sand in this locomotive. You don't have to be this close, this far forward on the cutoff, really. It just gives you a lot more control, finer control with the throttle. Lets you use more power. Throttle's halfway open. Cutoff's down to, what is it? 37%. There we go. For some UI. You can see how low my fire is now. Actually going to add skip until we drift it down a little bit. I'm going to bring this cutoff back to about a quarter. Put another scoop in there. Not sure we even need the sand anymore. Decreasing that gently. Now it slips, the computer will take over. There it goes. I'm going to decrease this power. Sand back on, bring my power back in. Now the only thing that'll touch is the power. The throttle rather. Bring later. Right at the limit coming up through this curve. You don't want to touch it if I can help it. Chest pressure starting to fall. Shut my sand off. Bring the throttle back up gradually. Leaving the throttle right at about 22%. But the computer has reintroduced our sand. I'm going to be more judicious, gradual with the throttle now. a little bit of water on. Throw one more lump in. Honestly, the game audio is too loud. Yeah. There we go. Then I've been messing around in multiplayer and I forgot how loud the game audio is. Could have noticed in my mixer. But one little scoop in there. Still pretty hot. The idea now is I'm probably going to need to turn the injector on a little bit more. Take a look at our water. We're down about 2 bar, which is pretty normal for climbing that hill with us. At this level of tonnage. Just accelerate mark, 8 plus. We'll try to leave it at about 60. Right at the pop now. An extra little squirt. To keep the thing on a little bit of an equilibrium. It's 12, we're going half that. Be fooled by those speed signs. They're procedural. The game pops them up every time the game sees a significant change in the curvature ahead. It's up to us to decide what the safe speed is for a section. All over, I've been all over. All of us, or anyone that's played this a significant amount of time. The amount of places you can't go 60 is very few. But the amount of places you can go more than 60 is also quite few. I think there's a reason that 60 is straight up on the speedo of this locomotive. It's very much like a good safe operating speed. Yeah, it's kind of slow, but it's fine. All we have to do is make this time bonus. 82 minutes, including my move, getting to the train and back. I think we're gonna be okay. So we're gonna have to start shutting down. Go down this hill. I'm gonna throw one scoop in it. Shut the water off. I'm gonna shut the throttle back until I start seeing the pressure fall. That's going the wrong way. We don't want to go that way. Now I'm going to roll this bar forward. Just about half. Now the throttle's not off all of it. We're in kind of a drifting mode. There's some throttle going through there still. Just wanted to have some amount of something. 57, that says 5. We'll kick on a little bit of air here. For about half a bar of reduction. Now I'm going to shut all the way off. Hold the cutoff all the way forward, open the cylinder cocks. I'll leave my fire in this position. If I need anything right now, I'm gonna need water. Maybe some coal. It's pretty low. Throw a scoop in. Now's on the downhill is a great time as a fireman to tend your fire. Make sure everything's even. Fill up any holes. Make sure there's no, dead spots or anything. That's not really a thing with this because, plop coal in the hole and it's fine. But we can still tend to our pressure. We can tend to our water. Stuff like that. We're not, the pressure's not being used by the engine now. So really have free reign to try to get a hold of everything while the locomotive is going downhill. And get our engineer well set up for the next hour section. Fine for here, but I'm not trying to make it go faster. Shut my water back off. More scoop. Like the switch is going in. We're good. It's a little spicy actually. I'm just at half bar reduction. Try to slow it down to about 60. Just getting through the yard here. Check the old water once more. We're down about 3 bars. We've got 4 more to go. Oh, looks good. Yeah. We can see 18.1 left of water out of 30. 8.8 coal left out of 10. Introduce some throttle now. I start seeing some puffs. Here we go. The old cylinder cocks. Now I know we're through the treacherous part. Pressure's in good shape. I'll throw a scoop in there. We're going to start using it. Pull my wheel back to about where I'm going to want it. Ceiling now, throttle's wide open. Comes the pressure. And here comes the speed. Yes, we are on a downhill section, but now it's flattening out. I'll throw another scoop or 2 in there, actually. Trust me, we're going to use it. Water's good. Cut off forward until I start to see the chest pressure reduce. Not too much. Move all the way up here. That's too much. I think we want to be further back here to actually accelerate. Fire's hot. On the cutoff. We're doing an extra little squirt of water. Don't want to come down too much. We're not going to touch the fire now. We get on the hill. And water reduction. Throttle's way down now. Still open. All we need to do is slow down to 60 and then we're good. Our safety from lifting by introducing some water. Switch is going to be okay, but we're going to double check it. Looks fine to me. It's too bright. Alright, now we're going to keep pulling. Water back. Plenty of water. Pressure to recover. Fire looks okay. I'm going to aim for about 9 bar of chest pressure here. There should be plenty to pulse up this hill. About a 1% radiate. Sorry, too much. You know, the throttle's in my hand, and my left hand, I'm constantly pressing G or T or G hotkeys for the throttle. Constantly messing with it with my hand. Eagle-eyed viewers will be able to see me move that around all the time. I'm going to scoop in now. That water cracked open. Actually, 63. All right, and we're back at 12 on the chest pressure. We should be fine. No, I don't want to climb too hard. Try for 6 bar chest pressure. Until it starts to. We're going to introduce a couple, like a half a bar. Rain brake reduction there, just to slow it down to 60. Now I'm going to release it. There comes the pressure coming down. Going to the scoop in. Water looks great. I'm going to shut that back off. I know we're on uphill, so it's higher, but it'll be okay. I want that fire temp to come up. Again, one more scoop. One more little notch of throttle. There's our 9 bar chest pressure. Oh, it's coming up to 12. Well, that's fine. Now, don't be discouraged by losing speed up this hill. We want to. Because the curve up here is 30 kilometers an hour. We don't want to be screaming through that curve. And it's easier to just let the thing lose its speed now than it is, because we can climb this hill no problem. Even if we stalled now, we can climb. But it's easier to just let it lose its speed than it is to try and slow down a bunch all the way right at the top. Just do that. Let it work nice and easy. It's working super easy right now. Thrust all the way down to a quarter. Throttle's way down. About 6. Pressure's coming back up. I'm going to shut the water back up. We're going to have to watch that pressure though. So there's 37 kilometers an hour. There's our warning sign, 300 meters. I'm going to start rolling the cutoff forward. Try to maintain 9 bar. The computer's helping us now, I've just noticed. For traction. I noticed because the sand was on. And I didn't touch it. I didn't touch no sand. Right. There's our junction. We are going left, which is the correct direction. Start reducing our power. We'll throw some scoops of coal in this. We're gonna need some more water now. Now my power is coming all the way up, all the way off gradually. Power's going all the way forward. Cylinder cock's open. Now we start to introduce our brakes as we speed up. aim for about a half a bar set. Good holds. No, we'll not, so we'll increase it by a little bit. That's gonna hold. May actually have to pull against that one. So I'm gonna pull against that. Slow that. Throw my bar back to about a quarter. Just introduce a little bit of throttle. Just pull against it. That'll help us with our fire and water situation here. Try another scoop in that. Our water's at 13.9 out of 30, so we're just under half. Holds at 8.3 out of 10, which is well over half. I really don't use very much coal in this engine, almost ever. That's why I'm way over tonnage. Remember, brakes are still pulling. All I have to do is reduce power to slow down. You don't want to do that too much. This hill's not long enough. Realistically, what I should do is let it slow down, let off the throttle, let it slow down a little bit more, maybe to about 25 kilometers an hour, let off, and then retake the brakes. That's the pressure. And we're going to let off, at least completely, let it recharge. So the brake pipe's recharged. Now we're going to take another half bar set right about there. We're going to watch. Okay, that's plenty. It might be as much as we had last time. Put that water back up. So we'll just pull against that now. We did manage to cool our brakes off a little bit, maybe about 100 degrees. With that quick release. Show you. In fact, I'll show you. Let that slow down a little bit. Go back down to 25. Double check the entrance here. All right, we're good on the entrance. There's 25. We're at 400 degrees of brake temperature. I'm gonna release that. Recharged. Here comes the brake temperature down. I'm gonna retake that. Have a bar set. That's a little bit less than before, but we're already off the hill. We're pulling into the yard here. Try to keep it under 40. The sign says 50. It gets a little angry, screechy. I know I missed the crossing, but it's okay. Oh, there's our safety. Charter damper, because we're not going to use much anymore now. Slow right down. I'm gonna retake it once more, but I'm gonna wait till we're at the end of the track there. Our ditch lights off there. I think the sign here on the right is the one we need. Half a bar. set for full bar and reduction. Go down pretty dang well. Look at that. Nailed it. Who needs a fireman assistant? Pretty good to me. All right, so undo that real quick, and I'm gonna go turn this job in. See if we're able to pay off that debt. Holy moly. Oh, easy, easy, easy. 44 minutes out of 82. Oh, it's a little bit extra. Just barely. Okay. We send John Doe after me. Oh, yes. There's that. Okay. Now I know that there's a license associated. Probably should have known that already, but that's fine. I'm gonna run the locomotive over to service. There's 2 drop-offs to that. Let's switch that. And pretty good fee. Wood scrap, scrap metal, cat food. I do. What should the guy with 14 cats fosters take on the video game? How about cat food? Sure. That's what I need to go pick up tomorrow. Shocker. I think we'll do that job though. Let me go on unhook everything and we'll run the locomotive over to service. Pull the hose on that. Get the air out. We don't want to leave air bottled because we're good children. We're gonna do the same for the cars here, but we don't care about open the valves. Oh, we will if we need to move them. It's gonna stink. Just go somewhere else. Well, I'm very poor now. Oh, look at that nice little tiny baby pushing fire. We do love it when it just comes right down to a cinder. Either way, I think I'm going to run the engine over to service there, and we'll cut the episode, and we'll see y'all next time. That was a nice, easy job. It was interesting climbing the hill in the rain. I'll be honest. Probably used a little bit more sand than I should have, but that's fine. We made it. Everything's fine if you make it. You know what they say. I don't know what did they say. Please tell me. No one sold me. We end up pulling some scrap metal out this next time. Truth be told, I don't really like coming to a boot factory because the jobs pulling out of here are not great, I believe. That's a slide. If you slide under braking, you pretty much have to let go completely and then you take it. Get back any sort of braking. So now we've been here before where I put this in the house and service it. Maybe that is where we leave this episode. I've seen this before. We've done it 1,000 times. Yeah, that'll work for me. Appreciate y'all watching. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good day and peace.